Hey guys, what is up? I am Christina and I am your host for the Fit Beauty Report podcast. So, on today's episode, I am going to be talking about beauty tech, social media apps, and Porsche. So, let's get started. Anyways, you guys, I'm so happy for you to be here today on today's episode. I am wearing one of my favorite shirts that I found at H&M. It looks like a little um, pajama top, but it's really not. This is the new style, and I really find it stylish. So now let's get started and let's jump right in. So, jumping right in, talking about Pinterest. Pinterest is adding search filters for different hair textures. And I feel like this is something that is going beyond just Pinterest and beauty technology, right? Pinterest is an actual technology that is used for searching different things that we are interested in, and they're looking for beauty products, beauty hairstyles, and different ways of how to put your clothing together. Now, Pinterest is launching a search tool with you to be able to find your new hair texture. So to Pinterest, this is new. To us, it hasn't been new. I know many women with coily, curly, wavy, kinky hair. And Pinterest didn't know this before, but they are now having this new feature that is for Black, Brown, and Latinx people in mind, so that this feature can be found in their search bar. And which is very interesting because a lot of times the beauty industry for a long time didn't even acknowledge this actual category in any of the hair beauty brand products. You couldn't find anything for this texture or this kind of hair style. But as we can see now through Pinterest, over 5 million searches have been searching for these actual search terms. So you can see there is an actual category that the beauty industry for hair is missing, and it is for the brown, Black, and Latinx people. And this is something that goes beyond just Pinterest. So the new feature builds on Pinterest skin tone search filters, which was introduced back in 2018 whenever Maudie's Face Library was allowing us to try on lipsticks for our lips and match our skin tones. Now, Pinterest says that the hair pattern features uses computer vision powered object detection to determine which hair types are shown in hairstyle pins. So these categories are being searched for way, way, way too many times that Pinterest um, algorithms and AI flagged and detected these things. And that's why now they're actually starting to add this category. And also, too, I feel like this is a call to beauty entrepreneurs out there. Hey, if you have this kind of hair, this is 500 million people are searching for this on Pinterest. If 500 million people are searching for it on Pinterest, then they definitely are needing these products as well. And you can also find this new search term. It's going to be rolling out in the coming weeks. We'll be able to find it on all iOS, Apple apps, as well as on our desktops. Now, Twitter. Twitter is one of my favorite social media apps that I definitely go to all the time to find new information and new sources. But they're actually under fire this time, and they're under fire for something not good. Twitter's photo cropping algorithm prefers young, beautiful, and light skinned faces. So, this is a huge issue and it's a huge problem for what is going on right now, with everything being biased, going biased, that we're starting to see, and we're starting to detect the bias in algorithm, in which we should, because algorithms are man-made, and algorithms are data that people are inputting um, into a system to create these algorithms. And let me just read what Twitter's Meta team had to say. So we think about biases in our models. It's not just about the academic or the experimental, but what also works with the way we think in society, said Cowardly. I use the phrase life imitating art, imitating life. We create these filters because we think that's what beautiful is. And that ends up training our models and driving these unrealistic notions of what it means to be attractive. So I have a lot to say about this, and let me tell you my thoughts on this. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and beauty standards in America are unrealistic, period. So to be able to implement that unrealistic standard in our algorithms is just absurd, and we shouldn't be doing this. Realistically, and talking real life, humans are come in different shapes, sizes, colors, and look different. And if you are going to be accepting of others, you should also have this being shown in the algorithm, because let's just face it, our algorithms need to be programmed to be like humans, and humans having compassion to one another and being accepting of different cultures, different nationalities, different hairstyles, and different skin tones, because ultimately we are all humans, and we are accepting of different races and how we look, and which should also be something that Tech for Good, which is something that I stand for, we definitely need to make sure that that is also shown in our technology and in the development of the algorithms. We saw this back in the algorithm for Amazon when they did the facial recognition. They found bias in their facial recognition when they favored black skin, when they favored white skin over black. So we have to be able to spot these and detect them. And I believe that every one of these systems should be, detected and be looked at, so that we're not finding this bias. We're not allowing this bias to get away. And this is something that, although the results of Twitter's bias competition may seem disheartening, confirming the pervasive nature of societal bias in algorithm systems, it also shows that tech companies can combat these problems, and in which they should. We should definitely be able to look into, deep dive into the particular type of algorithms, so that we are detecting biases in any systems, in any algorithms. Now, Porsche is what we can see getting into the NFTs craze. Everybody's been hearing about NFT craze, and Porsche is going to be jumping in with their digital marketing head, which is Christian Norrell. He is the head of company building at Porsche Digital. So Porsche is really going into the NFT craze with their new venture that they have partnered with, and they are launching a um, startup called Fan Zone. And what Fan Zone is, it is the young company develops and operating a digital trading cards. So Fan Zone, you're able to join and you're able to trade digital cards. And this is also going to be opening a new business in online gaming and digital entertainment for Porsche. So ladies, I just want to say, listen, we know that baseball cards has always been male dominated, but it's time that also women have representation in this particular area. So digital baseball cards are something that Porsche is, getting in on and backing with their fan zone. So if you're interested and you want to make a team of females, then, send me an email and we can get that started so that we can have some female representation in these areas as well and be a force on fan zone. And we can have these things also for women. It's something that many fans have been limited to, and it's been limited to women, but if we can get women in there, women can also do this. All right, guys. Now, Febreze. I love Febreze. I love to spray my home with Febreze. I love for my home to smell really good, and I love for the smell to last. But many times the smell doesn't really last, even if marketing on the product will say this is long lasting, and it doesn't last at all. But after years of research, scientists at Febreze have unlocked ways to deliver long lasting touch activated scent in a spray. So this is great so that ladies, when you're at home and you're having company that's coming over, you can just spray your entire home with Febreze touch spray activated, and you can have your company come over while you're greeting them at the door, in the dining room, and you walk in, it smells great, but then when you walk into your living room and you sit down on the couch, so it reactivates the smell, and it smells like you just sprayed the entire room all over again, but you really didn't spray the room. It was actually touch scented activated. And for the guys as well, when you have your stinky couch that stinks and you spray it all over to smell a whole lot better, and the dog is coming over to sit on the couch with you, and he jumps up on the couch and he sits down, the smell no longer lingers and it's not stinky, but instead the dog just reactivated the sprint scent, and it smells good all again. So hey, I'm so glad that Febreze invented this new technology. This is something that is going to be very, very helpful for all of us in our homes to smell good and for our homes to smell good. All right, guys. Well, that concludes this week's episode. As always, you can find me on social media, Christina the Fit Butte. We also have our YouTube channel where you can find these live episodes, and on Facebook, the Fit Butte Report, or you can find me on Twitter at Christina the Fit Butte. And as always, thanks so much for lending me your ears and tuning in to today's episode. Peace and love.